That means good morning again. I am going to do a quick tutorial on how to make potatoes with Spam, which is a dish that a lot of Navajo people love. Okay, so you're gonna take your potatoes. I have a bag of them. That's actually probably about 5 potatoes or 4 potatoes. This is the 5th one. I am simply peeling it, focusing on getting the eyes of the potatoes peeled off. The rest of the skin I'll leave on because I do just like an extra, I do like that, that taste of the skin with my potatoes and Spam. So, peeling my potatoes just like this. I will run some water over this and then I will slice them. You can do either or, right? You can slice and then run the water. Actually, I think this time around I will go ahead and just slice and then run the water over them. So I have a little bowl here that I'm slicing them into. Let me lower this just to show the actual slicing of the potato. Okay, so what you want to do is just simply slice them so that the slices are thick enough that it'll cook pretty quickly. And just hold your potato, work your knife through it. You have to have a nice knife that is sharp enough to cut through that. Okay, and then you just want to slice and slice, and you don't want to make them too thick. So Navajo women, this is how we slice potatoes. Okay, and the more comfortable you get with it, you'll be able to slice without looking at the potato and being able to judge how thick those slices are while you're slicing without looking. Okay. Your aunties and grandmas, they'll pay attention to that. Or if you're gonna be an in-law, the Navajo women pay attention to how well and how quickly you can slice a potato. So here's your tutorial. You can show them how it's done. All right. So this is my start. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna go ahead and get a pan ready. We're gonna put some oil in there. We're gonna use extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, and just cover the pan. I'm gonna also slice. Some people do like slicing potatoes into the actual pan as well. And then, you know, if you're judging it and you're thinking, okay, I need an extra one, you know, more people show up or whatever, because that's what Navajo people do. They just kind of pop in and as you're cooking, or they smell it from a mile away. Because everybody lives about a mile apart and they can smell the cooking. So they might show up all of a sudden. And so you gotta add another potato after you've already added all the other potatoes. Anyway, I'll be right back. Right. Just had to move that over just a tad so you can actually see me cutting the potato into the skillet. So depending on how many people you're cooking for, you typically want 1 potato per person and then add another one on top of that. Okay, so now that that's all in the pan, okay, we're gonna go ahead and let that cook a while. But we want to get it nice and brown. You want the bottom to have a nice browning to it. Now that's as much garlic salt as I will put in there. And then I am going to go ahead and do pepper. And that's it. Other than that, you can use parsley flakes, which also is good too. Voila, that's all you need. And then the Spam will come next. I'll cut this into the potatoes. So when you are making Spam and potatoes, you want to get a nice You want the potatoes to have a nice brown color on the bottom, if you like the crispiness. Some people don't like the potatoes with a crispy outside or with any crispy edges. So they'll, you know, mostly steam the potatoes. My mother used to, that was her recipe. She didn't like all the crispiness. She wanted soft potatoes, steamed potatoes basically. So we'll go ahead and let that brown a little. While that's cooking, I will cut my Spam. Now, here's the Spam. Just gonna cut it in chunks that are into cubes. I guess they're cubes. And you want these bite-sized, basically. You want them about this size. You know, some people will chop them up much smaller. I am very generous because I do like a nice chunk of Spam in my mouth with every bite. So, yes, I've you know, seen people slice them or cut them into super small pieces, which I guess goes great as well. But this is the size I like. So you want to check your potatoes. Okay. Now I have a little golden brown. That's fine for me right now. I'm going to put the Spam right in there. Nice big chunks. Okay. And like I said, we don't have to add any more seasoning at all. The salt, the Spam itself is salty. Now, a lot of people like the Spam to have that the browning as well. They want some they do like to have the Spam browned, so I do too. I do like a little bit of crispy skin on the Spam itself. So I just mix it in and let it go to the bottom. My mother used to put the Spam on top of the potatoes, and it would just all steam, and she stirred it, you know, more often than I do my potatoes, and that was so that she could get that steamed, not crispy edge or skin on the Spam and the potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. That's cooking on medium. Actually, I'm going to lower it down to medium, and putting a lid on it will let that steam as well. Okay, so the potatoes and Spam have been cooking for a good 15 minutes on a low medium heat, and they are done. They're ready to be served up. I've got my coffee. I have my dough ready for tortillas, so I can make burritos with these, because that's how Navajos like these. The other thing that a lot of Navajos like is onion in the potatoes and Spam, and I do too, but my sons don't. So sometimes it depends on who you're cooking for or cooking with. They may want onions, they may not. That really does step up the flavor. And then have some good coffee with it. That's the other part of Navajo cooking. Anyways, peace out. Have a good morning. Happy Monday. Happy coffee drinking and happy burrito making. Peace.